Well, I'm not homeless. I'm in a car. I don't feel good about it. But anyways, so I'm at the park. I call it the snake park because when you come in, it has a big sign and it says "Watch for snakes." So I nicknamed it. So I'm at the snake park, and see that boat? The only thing I don't like about this is because this town's so bad, and so many people have died here. So they've been acting really weird ever since the water rose up. Because I just come up here. I don't come up here to be Nancy Drew. I don't come up here to put on my imaginary detective hat and my imaginary detective coat. I don't do that. But after a big rain, and you're in this small little pond, and then so many boats have been out here. So this is what gives me the real big creeps. Like, I so want to be out of this town. The real big creeps giving me, and plus the same thing about how all of the true crime people that have been like looking into all these true crimes, and like all of these women that have like disappeared, like pretty girls that disappeared, and then like those one people that got caught and they look like that. They wear the same clothes, they do their hair the same, which tells me you just gave yourself away. So your club already got busted that you have vendettas against pretty girls and you scare them. And then now, reason number 2, you get caught. Reason number 3, you have a fan club of people that like to look like you, or you looked like them. So everything that happens since I've been learning about stuff till now, it seems like you wouldn't have a fan club, so that's really part of your group. But they're out in boats again. That's the second time. Yesterday, I didn't get it on video. They were out in a boat that looked like it was made of brown hair. So like something you would find from like the wilderness section. So you want to go out on the water, but you don't want to look like a boat, which I don't know how that would make sense. Like fit animals, no, they're not. Like, I don't know how that would make sense. So it was a boat, literally it looked like hair, and it had a lid to the top of it. Like, for a while I didn't even see it on the lake, so I don't even know if it was like a homemade submarine. Because it wasn't there, then it was there, but it could have been like over on the other part of the lake. But anyways, the guy was sitting in it, but then before he loads it onto the boat, he opens the top of it, so it opens like a lid. So these guys have been acting like really weird over there. If anybody wants to come into Sykes and look at stuff, there's been missing girls. There was Nina Pop is still missing, I think. That was one major one that everyone talked about. I remember that. And then I don't know if there's been any other missing girls. I know the few times there was really pretty girls that went missing, and then I know they were murdered because they came up alongside of the road or dead in their car alongside of the road, like an accident, which we know doesn't happen. Like, everyone knows how to drive. You get out, you get in the car, you drive, you follow the stop signs. That doesn't happen. We all know that car accidents are intentionally caused. That's an intentional thing. There's no like just accidents. No one just accidentally swerves over because it just doesn't happen. You like always pay attention on country roads. You just don't have wrecks. Like, I've drove on country roads for 20 years. I've never seen accidents ever. So even when the other cars come towards your way, if it's a bigger truck, there's so much air, it pushes your car over. Like, you would have to force yourself to go over to push them over because of the air. So this is really scary. I don't associate with people in this town due to this factor. Like, what would you be doing? Spending your day on a boat out on a lake? A lake like this. This isn't a fishing lake. This is a snake lake. This clearly says that he's been over there oaring. He's taking his oar and he was flipping it around really crazy. They're looking for something. They're looking for something. There's been 3 different days that there was boats out on this lake. 3 different days. As soon as after the waters rose up. And then I thought to myself, oh, they're probably just thinking like they're gonna catch animals. These people aren't interested in catching animals. This is probably either a dumping ground for crime weapons. Because when I first went into this town, I thought, oh, you know, let my children go play out in the yard. And we were in kind of a nice neighborhood. But guess what? On the first day, my children came back to me with a bloody knife. So they had went out to the yard to play in our nice neighborhood, and they came back with a weapon. They came back with circumstantial evidence. And at the time, I was married to a police officer, so I didn't even have to turn it in. We just handed it to him. So, needless to say, we kind of stuck to the front yard, just around the tree, and we didn't venture out anywhere. We didn't know our backyard anymore. We didn't associate with it because it was full of criminal weapons. Just as the same as I think this pond is full of. I almost bet this pond is full of criminal weapons. And I don't see any hope for this town. Like, I don't. Like, rumor around for miles and miles and miles around is this town is really, really bad. Just full of bad people. So if you were to even have money to put you a real cute house up with some flowers and grass and trees, you would be putting it up in a bad town. So you'd be surrounded by bad people. Like, I'm computing that in my head, that my kids were raised in a bad town. They had to make their way around in a bad town. I also chose to stay in the bad town to be close to them. I also made my way around in the bad town. And see, that's weird. Like, what are you doing? They're looking for stuff. And I just get this really bad feeling, like, as soon as I pulled into the park, my stomach is sick. You can hear it in my voice. My stomach is literally sick. I get sick, physically ill looking at them. And what's bad about it, it's almost like if those are really bad guys, they look really chilled out, don't they? Comp, oaring around. You know, what? I'll never understand that because I've never been a bad person. So I will never, ever, 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 ever understand what it feels like to sit and hide something really bad you did. Like, I can only imagine what a disturbance that will cause to the inside of your body, because you're sitting there so working hard on looking normal. That'd have to be the only thing going through your head. Just act normal. Just breathe normal. Just ignore them. Pretend like they're not looking at you. Because me and all the other pretty girls that are looking at this, yeah, we don't think that's cute. We don't find that very fun at all. And you're out looking exactly like the same people that kill the pretty girls. On purpose, too. Like, there's a purpose to it. I guess because they're jealous. Maybe they wanted to be pretty girls. Because I'll never understand that. Like, did you want to be a pretty girl and you never got the chance to, and you wondered what it was like? And then you got mad because the pretty girl didn't want you? because she found out how creepy that is to want to be like a pretty girl. So, in case there's any creepers watching that are like getting ready to make fun of me, here's what it's like being a pretty girl. You wake up in the morning and you look around, and anything that looks nice and good to you, you go ahead and do or use or wear or eat. Anything that looks good. That's what it's like being a pretty girl. Boomerang, boomerang, homemade boomerang. So there's really not anything like, we don't set out to think anything weird. So in case anyone was wondering like, oh, I wish I was a pretty girl, I'd have it so easy. Nothing about my life that I've ever thought, I just got that because I'm pretty. Never once has that happened. So, clearing that up, this is creepy. And he literally hasn't moved. Like, he sat there, that guy in the white shirt looks like he's kind of like the ruler leader guy. And so he's going to sit there with his little legs crossed, kicked out in front of him. Then, I can't tell if that looks like a little child. Oh, by the way, I did my toes. Isn't that cute? That's cute. Those cost altogether $2. $2, girls. So, look. He's been oring around, just oring around. I turned it on late. I was like, I'm not going to videotape this. This is just, I watch too many scary things. All these scary things I watch are real. So, and I am going to be aware of my surroundings because I am in a bad neighborhood. So, pretty much everything that does go around me is bad. So, see him? He's just oring around. We're gonna do this whole video. Then I might share it with the little FBI people. Cause that's pretty sus that you're out here. What are you looking for? Looking for bodies? Are you looking for weapons? Because that makes no sense that nobody gets their boats out. 15 years I've been here. No one gets their boats out. Except for after the flood, which would have shook up a lot of stuff maybe that got thrown in here that shouldn't have. I've never liked this town just for that fact. I don't associate with bad. I don't want to put my money in bad. I don't invest in bad. You're not going to see me shopping for something that contributes to bad. I don't do it. Oh, somebody's stopping to talk to him. And that's another thing. For the last, since the flood, or no, actually for the last about week, there's been a lot of white SUVs here. Yeah, none of this is normal, so I am seeing something and I'm saying something. Does anyone else get that sick feeling? I'm probably putting it off on you guys now because it's easing up. Because now I just don't care. I just don't care. I don't want anything to happen to me. That's why I don't associate with anybody. They could randomly just do something. That's what they do. It's just how they operate. Well, you got involved. You associated with the bad people. You know things could have turned bad. normally they've been parking over on that side. Like, normally I'll pull up, I'll charge my phone, I'll sit here for like, I try to like move around, like, even though like this part, there is a homeless shelter here, there's a lot of poor people here, and it's actually a homeless port. So like all down, all these stoplights at the exit area, the stoplights at McDonald's and Walmart, stoplights at Hut. That's all you can post up your sign. You can put your chair there. You can collect money. So that's all like a home. This is all homeless port area town. So they do allow it, but I do not choose to go to the homeless shelter. I do not choose to do that. It is not safe, nor is the cooling centers. They are not my crowd. Now, and notice how them guys are always like looking at the pretty girls, but do you notice the only women that hang around them? Look at that. That's the only women that kind of really know how to handle them, because the pretty girls don't like them. And we all know how it happens. They flash the little grin, they wink their eye, they open their billfold, they pay for drinks, and then all of a sudden you realize you're with a creep who really wanted to be a pretty girl himself. Possibly that's what's happening to this group of individuals who can only associate with she women. That's a she woman. And I'm not making fun of anyone, I'm just saying the truth. She could have woke up one day and said she wanted to do girly girl things, but she decided to go the mountain woman route. Not she friendly. Yeah, they're out there looking for something. My guess is a body. That's my guess, because of how many people end up murdered here. So can you imagine how many people that have went like under the map due to its homeless? Homeless people don't get put on censuses. They're not registered. So I know there's a lot of people here that the world doesn't even know they exist. So if no one knows you even exist except for a bad town, bad group, and then something happens and you end up disappearing, well then, duh, everyone knows that waterways are the easiest way to hide a body. And these people have been out frantically looking for something for 3 days now. Yesterday, they had a boat with lights on it, like all lit up, spotlight, bright light that you looked at it and you couldn't see anything else around you. It was so light, bright. It was all around the entire boat. 8 lights, because there would be one light going to the left, one light going to the right on the left side, then the right side, same thing. A light goes to the left, a light goes to the right. And then with the back to, it was like this square kind of boat. So this is in Sikeston, Missouri. I'll put the location thing too on it, because this is creepy. There's not been any police officers out here. And probably 2 months ago, there was I thought there was a construction worker over there, but it was a construction worker's shirt that they hung over this little post thing. And then they just left it there for almost a week. So it kind of looked like somebody was standing there. But then you think, oh, that could be a little joke, haha, because there was these all black cowboy statues, they're flat, and then they post them up all over town. So, like, if you didn't know whether they were there, you know, in the nighttime, it would look like, you know, a figure of someone. But then when you look at it, you realize it's just a, like, flat poster board of, like, a cowboy guy. So I thought, oh, they're just picking on the cowboy guy and they're being funny, and let's make it look like there's a construction guy statue. But then after that, somebody had taken it off of there, and I don't know if they were out doing in the water or no. I don't know, but before the rain, the park workers came out and they cleared all the garbage off that thing. I remember seeing that. And then the rains went down a little bit because you could see the rocks. But 3 days out here looking. And who are they looking for? Any grown-up can tell this is not a luxury boat trip for them. And we're at a child's park, for Christ's sake. A child's park. These people don't care. These people do not care. They even walk weird. Look at how they walk. I just pay attention to stuff like that. They're weird. One time I was in visiting my daughter. It was in my, and somebody was inside my daughter's house she lives at. It was like that kind of guy with like the blondish type hair with the beards. You can't really tell what the shape of his face looks like, and always like got this little smirk look on his face like that. It like fucking growled at me. Like he walked, I was cleaning up my daughter's bedroom, and so she could come back from work, and he like fucking growled. Like I don't associate with these kind of people. I do not. please understand that. I do not associate with these kind of people at all. You're not going to see me ever involved. I'm going to have an all white vehicles. I might just video record it every day too, until it stops. But they're looking for something. Like, I am not stupid. I can feel it in the air. You know how sometimes it'll say, like, listen to nature, you know? Like, it's true. Like, I'll be sitting in my car, like, pulled up, waiting. I won't be looking around or anything, and I'll have, like, a bunch of flies just all of a sudden zoom up on me, and I'm, like, going, God, you know, like, why are these flies around me? And then I'll look up, and there's, like, something there. Like, nature will tell you. Nature will look out for you. If you look out for nature, nature will look out for you. Because I look up, and then all of a sudden I realize, well, keep your guard on. You know, wipe that look off your face. You know, make sure your doors are locked. Make sure you can grab your scissors and your ice scraper in case, you know, somebody tries to come up to the car. White truck. It's way too many white vehicles pulling up in this club. In this club room. See? So the boat came off though. Turn around. It'll turn around really quick. Yep, spins around all quick. Intimidation, intimidation. Then he's spinning back around, spinning back around, spinning back around. Side-eyed at me, looks at me from the side. I'm watching him. I already know you're guilty of something just by how you look. You know, maybe you thought of a different outfit. You could have fooled us all, right? Put your Mr. Rogers sweater on, your Mr. Rogers shoes. Cut your hair a little different. Then maybe you could have fooled somebody, but you dress like what you know, what your group does, and then you're automatically in your group. That's why I get up, I do something with my hair, I put cute clothes on. I don't dress according to a club or a group because I'm not in one. There goes that white car. That's what that, I think that lady came out of that one. Yeah, they're looking for something. They were splashing right where that boat, the front of the boat is facing. He was like doing his oars like crazy, like as if he was like trying to get away from something, but he wasn't going anywhere. He was just splashing his oars, like as if to stir up the water to kick something up that floats. I'm sure words went around. It's small enough town. Oh look, there's a young girl who sits up at the park a lot and is charging her phone, you know, because this is kind of a small town. So say word goes around that's like that. Well, what do pretty women attract? Animals. I already know because last summer when I was just sitting at the park in my van, it was a couple summers ago. Anyways, I saw the wolf. I saw the farm wolf because he was skinny. So I already know I attract various animals in the wilderness. I grew up in the wilderness when I was a little girl. I would sit up in the summers in Wisconsin, and the grandparents, the only thing, they didn't have toys and stuff. They were, you know, like old-fashioned about that kind of stuff. So we would get told to go outdoors and play. So we would go outdoors, and all day you just walk down, because there was a real thick woods with grass and trees, and then a lake back there, so we didn't ever get to go back there to play. So we'd walk across the highway, and then, well, it wasn't like a 4-lane highway, it was a 2-lane highway. But we'd walk across the 2-lane road, and then we go down the country road a little bit, and there was all forest on either side that we just had free range. Like, it was the mostly pine tree forest. So there wasn't a lot of like grass and stuff. We didn't have to make like little trails. You could just walk around in it. So, you know, like I had to be aware, like all the animals and stuff, which never really bothered kids, because I never did once see like no bear, fox, or coyote, wolves, whatever. We didn't see any animals. So they were probably just all observing us, like, oh, look, it's the children. It's the children. You know, grab the berries because they're eating all our berries. You know, they were probably thinking stuff like that. So anyways, whatever that is, it isn't normal. Those guys should not even, they got the boat up now. Whatever that is not normal. Now they're leaving. Yeah, it's like 3 of them piling in a truck. That's not normal either. All taken off. See ya. Guess whatever you lost in the lake is gone. Yeah, I don't associate with them kind of guys. I never even found them attractive. They've always been creepy to me, so. But their level intensity creepified even more whenever I realized there's so many cases of missing girls being solved and they were involved in it. Kind of mysterious. Stop trying to wish you're pretty girls. Nothing about it. You wake up pretty or you don't. You wake up a girl or you don't. Not that hard. Okay, so they left. I'll put it back on record if they come back. I don't care. I'm sorry, this is such a boring video. Okay, so I still been continuing it, and my skin, oh my god, like I really feel it's so better. I got over my hives. What else have I been doing? Oh, absolutely have I been keeping up with this. Absolutely. And to prove it, look at my elbows. They're still doing great. I'm almost out of my argan oil lip moisturizer, and I'm getting a little concerned because I feel like even though the castor oil is potent, that the argan oil has a more of omega fats to where it actually puts the fat into the outside of your skin. So I'm just kind of worried about that, and I'm thinking, what, you know, like being in my car, where am I gonna, I didn't want to have to buy a post office box just to randomly get items right now that I can't get in the stores. So, oh my god, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Shit. So to pee so bad. So I had to sit down really quick, like I literally have to pee so bad. Okay, so I'm gonna go have to use the bathroom, and then I'm gonna watch some YouTube shows and stuff. I need to wash my hair, and I'll turn it back on if there's another boat that comes out at night. But anyways, I'm gonna put the location on this because that was creepy. Did you see that? That was creepy. That was really creepy. Like, now I don't have so much of a sick feeling in my stomach, but that was creepy to have people up in here with boats looking for people. No officers. There wasn't any missing people unit. No officers. There was just people scrambling, trying to look for something. That's what it appeared to me. You were not out fishing. You were looking for something. So it could be something maybe somebody wants to come in this town and like help out with. this town has a lot of trouble with babies, children, and women. A lot of trouble with it. So, in trafficking, I'm pretty sure there's a problem with trafficking here because of all the hotels. I tried to tell myself, no, those are really set up for corporate, but no, probably not. So, anyways, like, it's true. This town is bad. It's true. I'm not gonna say, oh no, there's some good people in here. I don't think so. I don't think so. Alright, well, ooh, I wish I could do TMU. Okay, well, I gotta turn my notification thing on. Anyways, I'm sorry I had to do such a stupid video again, but I'm literally gonna do that. I see something, I say something. There's no need for, like, me to do anything else but post this video up for someone to get a hold of. So, I think by me putting the location on will help it travel faster. So I'm gonna go ahead and peg my location, whatever, and I just hope for the world to be a better place. This is nonsensical. Like, we're literally all just, like, going mad for no reason. Like, when you wake up, you get up, you brush your teeth, you brush your hair, you wash your face, you put your clothes on, you go to work, try and have a good day. Those should be everyone's goals. So, I don't know how so many people got off track, but let's try and get back on track, and let's try and make the world a better place. And we can let all of our soldiers do our fighting for us to keep our freedoms and to keep our things, held up and held down in the stores. And let's just focus on good times ahead. Bye.